Oh, I love this guy. Check this out. I got a joke.
You got one for it? All right.
Hey, James.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, you got that list still or what?
Yeah, actually, I have a list on my phone.
Oh my god. Hey, come on. It was a joke.
Well, it's a list of potential questions to ask you guys.
Oh, good list. But what's your favorite MLK moment?
Yeah, do you have another MLK moment?
Another MLK moment. I'm really partial to during the I Have a Dream speech where he said that a man should be judged by not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character.
You know what?
Moment.
That's funny though. That was my least favorite moment in that speech.
That's tough.
Really?
I liked when he said, "I'll kill any racist little bitch that tries to front."
So
that was good too.
I'll kill any racist little little bitch.
Yeah.
Little beat.
I like your Time Travelers poster.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. And I got the Backyard Messiah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anybody out there watching, by the way, get a poster from our store. They're on sale.
What's the URL for the store?
Shop.mega64.com. You can get posters. If you've been watching the stream, we appreciate your support. Get a poster, get shirts. We got DVDs all on sale. Check it out.
Yep, agreed.
Cool.
So I have a question for you guys.
Sure.
I was wondering, I know Dr. Ryan was talking in the chat yesterday about how he lost his Persona save after about 30 hours or so of playing.
Ooh, fuck.
And I was wondering if you guys had any horrible game save losses like that in your history of playing games.
I had a PS1 memory card that was like a knockoff one that you get, and if you dropped it, it erased itself.
Oh.
So I lost some game saves that way. But then I bought an official one and it worked 100%.
In 10th grade, I never had time to do anything fun. I was taking all AP classes and was constantly stressed out. And then I was in a play after school. That was fun. But then I'd get home and I never have time to do anything. And so rarely did I ever have time to play video games. And I remember buying Shenmue and playing that and being so excited, oh my god, I'm finally going to have time to play it this weekend. After just incrementally playing it every day throughout the school year. And I got there and found out that Dominic had accidentally erased that save. Oh. I screamed and yelled so loud I couldn't even believe it that Dominic didn't even know what to say. He was scared of me. I was like, I can't believe it! Ah! I was so mad, and then I felt, to this day, that's something I feel bad about.
Wow.
I screamed so much about a video game save, and at the time, I get it, I was pissed.
Understandable.
But to this day, you ever have that where you think of something, even though it's totally done with, you go, I feel bad. That was something, and I remember getting Dominic, there was a Street Fighter anime box set or something, and I went out, and there was some game coming out, and instead of that, I got him that.
Oh, wow.
That was back when I had no money, and so I was kind of bulking when I did that, but I was like, you know what, I gotta make it right.
Jeez, man.
So I got that for him.
I can't think of a big save that I lost. I think my brother lost his Final Fantasy VII save.
Oh.
And he was pretty near the end, and that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, RPGs are always the worst ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I had one that was pretty terrible back. This is kind of a weird one, but I had a Tony Hawk's Underground save for a PS2 where I had completed the game 100%. I had gotten through the story mode on every difficulty. I had gotten all of the gaps in all of the levels, unlocked everything. Wow. And then I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and he was just randomly combing through my saves and saw that one and deleted it. And I was so fucking pissed.
What a cool
and it took me so long to do too, because that was pre-YouTube. So I had game facts guides that I had printed.
Oh my god!
If you text descriptions of how to get all of the gaps. So it's in this part of the level, go up the quarter pipe and then hit this rail and then do this. And I had to figure it all out that way.
Jesus. What a nightmare. What a dick.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't associate with him much. But,
you know what? I had a Super Smash Brothers Melee save erase one time. And it was after I had everything unlocked.
Oh.
But then it didn't matter. Because then that just meant play Smash Brothers Melee again.
Yeah, unlock it all again. That's fun.
So
I lost my Melee save too, and then I just had a friend who had unlocked everything. He just gave me a copy of it.
It's funny because It's funny how you go through, because like my whole life, game saves were so important to me. Like, oh, I got to back up my memory card. I got to whatever.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, one year it clicked. Oh, no, it's fine. I don't care. Like even right now, like I'd prefer not to lose what's on the system or that. But if it, no, man, I gotta play Arkham City again someday. I don't know.
Yeah.
Life will go on.
I thought that I lost my copy of Melee and my memory card, like when I moved, or just like it was gone. I didn't know where it was. I can't find it. And then I'm playing with Andrew at his house on his copy and everything, and his memory card. And then when you can pick a name, you can like pick like a 4-letter name. Yeah. The first name is Eric. The second name is Kyle. Why does he have my memory card and my copy of Smash Brothers?
That is weird.
He went game crazy.
He went game crazy.
That was like legitimately. It was maybe a week and a half ago. I was in my car, like just eating lunch. During lunch, that popped in my head, and I died laughing. That's legitimately one of the funniest stories.
What were you doing? I was just going game crazy.
I just went game crazy. So, like, it killed me again. Like,
That's
it just
Andrew.
pops in my head.
That is Andrew. He is
Yeah, speaking of Game Crazy, that reminds me, like, before Game Crazy went out of business, I had a friend who pre-ordered Gears of War 3 there and paid it off in full, not knowing that they were going under.
Wow.
And, like, he and another friend of ours were working diligently to, like, look online to see if there was any trace to see if we could call somebody or anything, but there was nothing.
Of course not.
Like, any link for Game Crazy just, like, redirected you to, like, Amazon or something. But what's hilarious is that he then borrowed a copy of Gears of War 3 from our friends so that he could finally play it, and his Xbox ruined the disc, so he had to buy a replacement copy of it for our friends.
Holy
so he paid for the game twice without ever actually owning it.
Dude.
Yeah.
That sucks to be that guy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, I like to bust his chops about it sometimes. But I had another question for you guys, if I could.
Sure. Yes.
Since we're talking about MLK and dreams and all that, I had a question about dreams, and I was wondering if you guys had any particular like memorable or really weird dreams that still kind of stick in your minds.
This past week or two, I have had really horrible sleep because what's been happening is I go to sleep and I normally don't remember many of my dreams, if ever. Mm-hmm. This past 2 weeks, I've had every night a ton of memorable, like wacky, weird ass dreams, and then I'm awake at like 4:35 in the morning, wide awake, like I can't go back to sleep. Like, I don't know what to do. And apparently, this is a sign of real bad things happening to your brain, either like crippling depression or something or some other medical thing. But I'm like fine, I think. I don't know if I'm stressed about anything. I was stressed about stuff later last year, and I still slept fine. So what's going on now? Am I catching up or what? I don't know. Actually, last night, though, it didn't happen, so maybe it's over. But anyway, so I've had a ton of dreams. I had a dream the other night. I don't want to go into them, but I had a dream that I have dreams like showing up to Comic-Con, and we never reserved a booth. And we don't have a plan, and our panel is canceled. We don't have the stuff for it, and like showing up to school without any of your stuff is done, or you know what I mean, like things where things aren't complete. Mm-hmm. I have dreams like that all the time. So I had one the other night that we showed up to Comic-Con, didn't have a booth, and the Aquabats were doing a show, but no one would play a monster. So I offered to do it because we didn't have a booth. What else was I going to do? But they never called me up, so I'm just sitting in the wings in a monster costume the whole time, like, come on. And it seemed like it went on for a year, and then the dream ended. I had a dream where I was in a grocery store trying to pay for stuff, and there was nobody there. And some cop came in, and I thought I was in trouble, and he said, just leave.
It's all good. Doesn't matter.
Whole bunch of weird stuff over the past couple weeks. I don't know what any of it means.
I think that just speaks to just some anxieties that you might have, I guess. I have dreams like that, too, sometimes.
Oh, I do. I've had that throughout my whole life. I've had stuff like that, but I haven't really been particularly, like, anxious or stressed or anything recently, so I don't know why that's happening to me. I don't know.
I have a rule where you have about 20 seconds to tell your dream.
Yeah.
And that's
I'm the
it.
same way, yeah.
So Here's the weirdest dream. There's a week where I had the flu. During that week, 5 days in a row, I would go to bed, and I had a dream where I was transported into the future, into an underground society in New York where there were feuding families and groups. I had to help them defeat some sort of ancient evil thing and bring them all together. I would wake up, I'd go back to sleep, and the dream would continue for 5 days. The end was me defeating the evil thing, rejoining all of underground New York, and they said, Eric, we have to send you back to the past. They sent me back to the past. Never had the dreams again. That was the end of it.
No, you won.
I won.
Yeah, you took care of it and never had to,
So that was my flu-addled brain.
What about you, Thick Perfection?
I can't remember anything. I can't remember
Really?
any of them.
I don't really dream a lot, though.
No,
Normally I don't.
I had a dream last night.
I don't remember it.
I had a dream last night that would be a movie. It was, ready? Start the timer now. Jude Law is a severely depressed businessman who calls companies their support lines to just talk to somebody, and then he meets a very nice Indian girl and then travels to India, and it's a fish out of water story where he's trying to find this girl that he met on the phone. Had that dream last night.
A recurring dream I had as a kid was me and a big pet frog. And we were going through the forest stopping people from doing bad stuff.
That sounds like Adventure Time. It sounds like you described Adventure Time.
Maybe.
Except instead of a
It's me
frog.
and a
Are you sure
frog.
it wasn't a big pet dog?
No, it was a frog that could change size and stuff.
You just described Adventure Time!
I don't know what to tell you.
Did you
Yeah.
call butts buns? Because then it's...
No,
Oh,
never did
okay.
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had a really weird dream a couple of years ago. It's really the only one I remember. But for whatever reason, I was part of a band, and we were on stage at some festival playing some songs. I think we were playing covers of some Ramones songs or something. And like I was playing with a Guitar Hero guitar, and people were just freaking out. It was awesome. And then all of a sudden, Jeff Bridges and John Goodman walk up on stage, and they're totally dressed up in all their digs from The Big Lebowski. And I'm freaking out. It's like, oh, it's the dude. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, John Goodman just like starts seizing up, and he just like falls flat on the stage. Like he has a heart attack. And I panic. I don't know what to do. So I just reach down and I just pick him up and I just run just to the nearest hospital. I'm just like running down the street, and he's in my arms, and I'm just freaking out. And I notice like the breaths become less and less frequent, and I look down and he dies in my arms. John Goodman died in my arms
Oh, no.
in my dream.
Your arms probably died from carrying it.
Yeah, and then I woke up.
Damn. I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah. So if anybody's a dream analyst,
Yeah, I want to know what this stuff means.
yeah, I'd like to know. But yeah, that's all I had. So thanks for taking my call, you guys.
Thank
All right,
you.
man.
Problem.
Good call, man. See you later.
Yeah. All right. See ya.